Today, we'll be setting the record straight. Does Droodles cherry pick his content? Is Droodles bad at World of Tanks Blitz? These are a lot of comments that you'll see people bringing up here and there when it comes to discussions all around the Blitz drama being the internet. And I'm going to answer them here. First of all, does Droodles cherry pick his content? No. For the most part, I don't. Yes, there have been times when I have had absolutely atrocious teams, and I've decided, you know what, I don't want to show that battle. I'm going to skip past that one, and I'm going to showcase the next one. Yes, that has happened. Does it happen often? No. I would say for the most part, that happens about 5 to 10% of the battles I play. I, on any given month, go from around 70 to 80% 30-day win rate. So, literally, out of 10 battles I play, I'm only losing 2. So, if I am doing 2 battles for a video, that means realistically, I'm going to be able to make 4 videos without any losses whatsoever. And judging that my average damage in Tier 10 is around 3,500 at any given month, it also means that, averaging 3k in my Tier 9 or Tier 10, or heck, even some of my Tier 8 games, really isn't that challenging. I mean, a lot of people think it's impossible, but it's not that hard to average 3k in Tier 8. My T77 alone has 3,163 average damage with over 80 games. So it is very, very possible. Heck, even my Samo, a very old vehicle, still has 2,700 average. So at the end of the day, do I cherry pick games? I have. But for 99% of the content you're watching, mostly no. Unless it's one of the worst teams ever, or I get full health Amaranth and it's a waste, you're not going to be seeing cherry-picked content. On the second question, is Droodles bad at World of Tanks Blitz? You'll see a lot of these comments here and there, like, Droodles isn't even that good at the game. Oh, I'm better than Droodles. And I don't really care if people think that. At the end of the day, I know how skilled I am as a player by looking at my stats and seeing how I rank with others on the server I play on. Comparing my server to other servers doesn't really matter to me, because at the end of the day, NA and EU have very different play styles, and anybody that comes from EU to come over to NA, I guarantee is going to have a very rough time. The same for an NA player to hop over to EU, understanding the differences in the play style. And when it comes to the NA server, I usually finish within the top 10 to 20 players on any given month. This month, maybe not. I played about 300 battles in the BZ75, and that was the biggest mistake of my life. That thing has absolutely nuked my statistics, but I'm number 11 in the vehicle in the entire NA server. So even then, even though I'm doing really bad in the tank for my own stats, I'm still ranked within the 10 best players driving that vehicle right now. So yeah, I really nuked my stats because of that tank. But this right here is a picture of my stats about 4 months ago, 3 months ago, somewhere around there. And as you can see, I was able to go 300 battles with 4,000 average damage. I wanted to see just what the highest damage I could possibly deal was, and that right there was what I was able to do. People may call me egotistical, which sometimes is fully true and in their right, but I've just never understood the comments calling me either a bad player or someone who doesn't know what they're talking about, when at the same time I'm one of the best players in the server. So I thought I would clarify that. No, I don't cherry pick my content, and I don't need to. When I average enough damage monthly, it really shouldn't come that much to a surprise that I'm able to play 2 games and go what my average damage is in those vehicles. Just in case you still try to not believe me, I have one last trick up my sleeve. This little bar right here. That bar is a session stat tracker. The way it works is it shows how many battles you have played in that session, and it shows your average damage, your win rate, yada yada yada. It is very easy for me to just put that at the top of my screen from now on when I record, and you can see the 2 battles I've played, one after another, listed right on the stat tracker. You can see how many games I've played for that video. You won't have to worry whether I am cherry picking or not, because the stat tracker will tell you everything. So there you go. Problem solved. The reason I made today's video isn't to be egotistical, it's not to say I'm better than you or something like that, because it doesn't really matter. The reason I made it was for 2 reasons. A, because there's a lot of people that for some reason think I cherry pick, and that is one thing that actually bothers me, because I do live content specifically so that people don't think I cherry pick. I don't use replays because replays are basically cherry picking. I could play 5 battles and I'll pick the 2 best games, and then I'll showcase those games, and whoopee, look at that, I did well both battles. In reality, that doesn't show the down-to-down situations that happens in every single game. That's why you might see me have 2 losses in a row. That's why you might see me have a bunch of win streaks, and that's why I really like the play-to-lose series. So that's why I always do live content, is because of the fact I wanted to eliminate the middleman of cherry picking, but apparently that is still a thing. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover in today's video. To showcase how the stat tracker works, you can see I've just finished a game in the IS-4, and look at that, right at the top, that battle pops up, 3,367 damage. And we're going to do another game here, and you're going to see this game is also going to pop up right after the battle ends into that stat tracker. So let's say I had a mediocre game or two, and now my stats have dropped. So as you can see, my IS-4 went from about 3,300 average to about 2,700. And that's because I didn't have the best game. It was about a 1,700 damage, meh, victory. And if I didn't show that game, you would see it right at the top of my screen. This is by far the easiest way I can showcase that I don't cherry pick. I mean, it took me about 2 seconds to set up anyway. So let me know if you like to see that in the top of the screen. Obviously, when I'm streaming, I'll have that there now. I'm going to see if I can get it opaque. I know the creator of the stat tracker, and he said he can make it opaque, so we'll see. But, yeah, I'm quite excited. I've also been trying out Rammer today. I've done Rammer on the WZ-111-5A. Now I'm running Rammer on the IS-4 just to see how it works out. So we're going to find out. I wonder if my average damage will go up monthly if I'm using Rammer, or if it will go down. Obviously, certain tanks I'm still going to run Kali on, like a BZ-75. Any tank that has HE, Hesh, you're going to want to run calibrated shells on. But a tank like the IS-4 that you just have standard in heat, then it makes a little bit more sense to why you could be running Gun Rammer. Alright, great shot from the CS-63, OP player. We're just going to push the E6 and get a nice shell right into his lower plate, but wow, was that a low roll. 350. Tasty. Very, very tasty. Alright, we got the enemy E3 off to the side, and I don't really know how much I trust the armor on this vehicle to be completely real, but there you go, 128. The nice thing about the IS-4 is I can just keep HEing that E3 over and over and over. We also got the 183. There you go. Nice 362 shell into his vehicle. Now we're just going to poke him again, and there you go. Another nice shell into his tank, another 360. He gets bonked, and you know what? I could care less if he's pissed, because at the end of the day, he's nuked himself for it. Great job, E3. This is classic NA right here, just driving up because they can. Well, you know what, 183? I got you, bro. I'm going to drive up this time, and I'm going to shoot you right in your weak spot. You got 66 health now, so you're really enjoying this battle. I know that for a fact. E3 has a damaged ammo rack, which kind of sucks for him, to be honest. And we are going to load a heat shell and finish off the enemy 183. Big suck for you. Alright, well, now we got the side of the T-57 Heavy, and bonk. 525 max roll. Nice. IS-4 is actually quite nice. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the changes that have occurred to the tank, but I personally don't really mind them, to be completely real. They're not great, to be fair. Like, I definitely like the old IS-4 more than the new one, but the tank's still pretty dang good, to be completely real. All that's left is the 268 off to the side over here. We're going to aim it on his vehicle, and bonk, there you go. Another low roll. Did they nerf the alpha on this vehicle? I don't remember if they did or not. But we're going to load a heat shell. That way we guaranteed pen. The 268, there you go. Easy clear. He rolled me pretty hard, though. 833, goddamn. All right, well, a dub's a dub. 3,700 damage. And this will bring our average damage back up to 3K, hopefully. So, yeah, at the end of the day, hopefully this clarifies some points of view that I have when it comes to this game. And hopefully people stop saying that I cherry pick my content. I just don't really see the need to. I don't want this video to come off as egotistical. Like, I didn't bring up the stats to say, oh, I'm really good and stuff like that. I brought it up to show that I don't need to act like pretend like I'm good at the game to get 2 good battles in a row. It's really just not that challenging. So, oh well. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, we did get above 3K. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.